Stephen Wigg in the wilds of the Sausalito Art Festival 2012. I'm here in the wilderness with Chief Engineer of Botanical Constructions, Mr. Leif Holland. Please.
I like that title.
Share with us. Tell us about what it is that you do and what you've brought to this year's 60th anniversary festival.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here. I think it's my 5th year in a row exhibiting here in Sausalito. And what I'm trying to emulate is something that was born out of doing digital photography of trees. And I found myself frustrated with a two-dimensional representation of nature. So I thought to myself, well, why don't I take the subject matter that I'm photographing, build a frame around it, and use it instead of a photograph. So that's how this whole idea hatched.
It's beautiful. I love the birch, incorporating the birch. Where are you from?
From Seattle, Washington, born and raised, and I still live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of birch trees up there?
There are, and
Okay.
in particular, one reason I love birch so much is the home I grew up in had a small stand of birch trees in the backyard, and one of my earliest memories is standing in the middle of them and peeling the bark off.
Yeah, I grew up in northern Michigan, and there were a lot of birch trees around. So I was curious, maybe you were from that northern part of the country, but it's actually
I think
another northern part of the country.
Kind of the same parallel, maybe,
Yeah.
or close to.
Yeah, close. So 5 years. Anything special about this year for you? Did you bring some pieces that were prepared just in time for this show?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it was down to the wire for sure. But I'm going off history and what sold well at the show in previous years, and bringing that back.
Mm-hmm. And that would be birch and
the reed pieces over to our right, and the one behind you, which is Japanese mulberry.
Yeah, they're pretty fascinating. If you want to come and see some of Leif's work, he is here at the Sausalito Art Festival, and it's day 2. You still have time to come down. I'll be here till 5 o'clock on Monday. Anything else you want to say about your process, how you achieve these amazing pieces?
Well, just that it's...
You and a chainsaw and
me and
some
a
glue?
Pretty close. It's an old Hitachi chop saw, but I really, I kind of let the material dictate to me where it's going to be. It's kind of hard to force nature, and I let it speak to me and tell me where it's going to go.
It seems to be a common theme in my discussions with the artists is so much of this respecting, like letting the art kind of have its way and not trying to force anything or sticking too much to your own agenda, but leaving room for the art to kind of unveil itself or unfold naturally.
Yeah, it's a challenge to get to that space, and it's kind of a surrender. But
as a human being, right?
Yeah,
because we want to force.
We want to manipulate things for sure.
Right.
It's our nature.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and welcome back, and we hope to see you back at the festival again.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
It's the 60th annual Sausalito Art Festival 2012.